Yeah, it does. James, it's, every 2 points at the moment with so many players out, very, very valuable. And tonight's, the effort and the energy we played with was probably the reason we won. It kept us in there. We sustained there was probably a couple of sets, small period of play there at the start of the second half that we fell out of the game a little bit, but we sustained a pretty healthy energy and attitude for the game, the whole 80 minutes, and that was a big help. Tonight it was going to be needed all the time. I knew the Dogs weren't going to be out of the game at half time.
Tell us a little bit about the effort from the Bateman and what he's been through and what he went through to get back here tonight.
He rang me last week after the game and said he was in England. He said, I'll be right to play. And I just thought it was a comment from a player hurting for his mates who just lost a game of footy and going through a tough patch. But we checked him out with the specialist Thursday, and I was pretty confident. He was confident of being right, and the specialist cleared him. And he's got a big influence over our players. Actually, all our Englishmen do. Elliott and Hodjo, they got big influences over our squad. But that was a team effort tonight. There wasn't a bad player on the field for us, and that's what's needed at the moment with a lot of our talent out.
What does it sort of say about him to produce that 80-minute effort though when he sort of comes straight back in off the plane almost?
That's him. There was no way he was not going to have an 80-minute effort. Knowing the little I do about John, I probably learnt more about John knowing Elliott and Hodjo now. They're all very similar. They're competitive players. They're wonderful teammates, and Ryan Sutton as well. Having the Englishmen have been wonderful for the club, and it's probably their experience is probably very valuable for the younger boys now actually learning how to play first grade that we've got in the team. The 4 or 5 young kids who haven't got double figures in first grade games. Winning is important. Winning is going to help them learn how to win. I don't want to be losing close games. I don't want to be losing games like we have been with them. They deserve to win as well, and that helps their education.
Well, Ricky, like you said, there wasn't a bad player on the field, but can you just explain, I suppose, John's impact on the other players, just the way he described them? I suppose he scored that try, he cut up a few last-ditch tackles.
Yeah, he has he's a very experienced player. When you're buying players, when you're recruiting players, I've had a real focus on trying to recruit players that have been involved in being a winner, winning teams, winning competitions. Elliott's been a winner. John's been a winner with Wigan. Played test matches and won. They're the best education for your younger players, and they're good for our squad. But the win at all costs, whatever it takes attitude is very healthy, and it's something that we got right throughout the squad. But it's I'm not getting excited. It's we've had a tough month, and we need to go again. It's only early in the competition still, but over the next six or 8 weeks, whilst I've got so many injuries and players out and players coming back, there'll be a few players coming back hopefully over the next 2 or 3 weeks. But we just need to string the odd 2 points together, because it's. I said it last week in the press conference. I don't want it to ruin the good start of the season we've had.
And also, Jared Croker's play, obviously, which the one-on-one strip by him, which then led to a penalty.
Yep.
That's probably another example, isn't it, of guys with winning attitudes.
Yeah, Toots kicking that goal from the right sideline tonight was, so important. As I say, there wasn't a bad player on the field, but again, we can't get too excited about this. We've just won a game of football. I'm very obviously, I want them to enjoy the moment. It's tough winning a game of footy at the NRL level, so I want them to enjoy the moment. We've got to get going again because we've got a short turnaround into Friday night now, back here in Sydney.
Ricky, this period's testing your depth, but it's a wonderful opportunity for these kids and they're taking that, aren't they?
Yeah, I probably got to compliment Peter Mulholland. He's a wonderful recruitment manager, and they don't always get it right, recruitment managers, but Peter gets more right than wrong, and I trust Peter. He's had a wonderful bearing on this roster that I've got, and his eye for talent is wonderful. I mean, Corey's a great example. Hudson Young's a great example, and it's one thing I'm good at is I will back my young blokes, but I'll also be patient with them. And that patience is shown in Seb Chris, who I thought did a very good job on that right edge tonight. And considering Kieran Foran's finding some real form now, and he was hard to handle tonight. I thought he was he was a big asset for the Dogs tonight. I thought he played really well, and he's tough to defend on. And Seb did a good job being a young boy and really playing his first game of NRL. It's a big effort.
Concerns with Hudson, I think you got put on the report.
Yeah, I see that. I haven't seen it again. I asked Hudson what it was, and he put his hand on his face or something, didn't he? So I don't know. I haven't seen it again. Thanks.